Welcome to Years Education Hub. This is your master teacher Shivapriya Goral, and we are going to start a new chapter from CBC Class 8 Chemistry, Coal and Petroleum. So, without much delay, let's start the chapter. So, what are inexhaustible natural resources? These are the resources which are being made by the nature itself. So, these resources are not going to be exhausted after one use. So, like that itself, let's read the definition given. Inexhaustible resources of energy are those resources which will not get exhaust in future. This resource will not get exhausted even after a usage of 100 times. So these are simply unlimited. So biomass is one of the inexhaustible sources of energy as an example. So examples may be like also there will be examples like air, water and sunlight like the image is given here. So next, what are exhaustible resources? So these resources are a kind of resources which are also being made by the nature. But then these resources after each use gets exhausted. We cannot use or it cannot be getting renewed after one use. So these are the resources which we need to take care of their usage. We need to take care of their usage. So the resources we need to read the definition. Then exhaustible resources are those sources of energy which deplete and exhaust after a few hundred years. Means as the resources, these kinds of resources, the usage of these kinds of resources are increasing day by day. So for which the resources may not last for the unlimited years and for unlimited time. So then it takes a long time to get prepared. So it will be getting exhausted after a few years. So as example, we can see coal, petroleum, and these are some kinds of exhaustible sources of energy. So we need to go to the next slide. So what is coal? What is coal? So coal is a kind of black rock that we see every day. It's the most important non-renewable sources of energy. We use it for each and every kind of things we see in our everyday life. It is also being used as a fuel in earlier times, but nowadays it is not being used as a fuel, but it is still used as a fuel in some trains like some coal. Not like coal trains are not being found nowadays, but then we use it for generating electricity. So let's read the definition. What is coal? Coal is a combustible black or brownish black sedimentary rock strata. Coal is formed when dead plant matter decays into peat and is converted into coal by the heat and pressure of the burial over millions of years. So, what does this say? That this coal takes a lot of time for its preparation. So, for which it gets prepared from this dead plant matter decays and dead animal matter decays. So, the substance this kind of dead remains needs to take getting decayed for a long time because it is a natural process and for which coal does cannot be getting renewed after every few seconds like the renewable natural resources. So this is a simply exhaustible resources and we need to take care of this resource while we are using it. So vast deposits of coal originate in former wetlands called coal forests. Vast deposits means a large number of deposits are being created in former wetlands. Means earlier, when the coal was, means today also, when the coal is being mined, these areas where coal forest means where the coal is probably the most found. It is mostly located in the tropical land areas of our earth. So let's move to the next slide. Then what is coke? This coke is also a kind of coal itself, but then it has similar properties with the coal, but means its appearance is something like different with the coal. Let's read what the definition says as. Coke is a grey, hard, and porous fuel with a high carbon content and few impurities made by heating coal or oil in the absence of the air, a destructive distillation process. So, coke is a grey, hard, and porous fuel. The carbon content in this kind of in this coke is very high, and it also contains few impurities, and this is being made from coal, or and it also being made from oil as well, and this is done when destructive distillation process is processed over this coal or oil in the absence of air. So it is an important industrial product used mainly in iron ore smelting, but also as a fuel in stoves and forks when air pollution is a concern. Then it is also used as a fuel, but earlier it was used as the air pollution is increasing day by day, as our atmosphere is getting air polluted day by day. So coke nowadays is not used as a domestic purpose. Maybe it is using as a commercial purpose, but then it is not being used as a domestic purpose. We can also find here as a commercial purpose usage of coke, like iron ore smelting. So let's move to the next slide. I hope you are everybody are able to understand about my lectures. So what is the coal tar? Coal tar is also a kind of state of a coal itself. It is also a formation of a substance which is from the coal. So let's read about this. But there is a conditions. Coal tar is a liquid substance. We have seen earlier, like in the previous slide, that coke is a hard solid substance. But now we are seeing that it was a property which has been it was a material which has been made from coal itself. It was a coke and it was a hard solid substance. Now we can see coal tar, which is a liquid substance of a coal itself. So let's read about the definition. It is a black thick liquid with unpleasant smell. The smell of this substance is very unpleasant. It is a mixture of about 200 substances, and numerous substances are being used for the preparation of the coal tar. Products obtained from coal tar are used as starting materials for manufacturing. Means we can say that these are primary substance for preparation of various materials for manufacturing. So we next point is like that key various substances used in everyday life in industry like synthetic dyes, drugs, explosives, perfumes, plastics, paints, photographic materials, roofing materials, etc. Interestingly, naphthalene balls used to repel moths and other insects are also obtained from coal tar. These are kind of substances which we have seen in everyday life, and these substances are being prepared by coal tar. And then we find these days bitumen, a petroleum product, is used in place of coal tar for building metal roads. Bitumen is a product of coal tar and it is also a product of a petroleum as well. So it is used in place of coal tar. So bitumen is a petroleum product. Earlier coal tar was used for making metal roads, but then coal tar was it was tough for the preparation of coal tar as it was simply we can see that it was an having a few properties of unpleasant. It is making a pollution for the environment. That's why coal tar is not being prepared. But instead of that, bitumen has been instead of in place of coal tar, bitumen has been used these days. It is a petroleum product and it is used for building metal roads. You may know that what is a metal roads. It is a kind of roads like we have seen in the highways. Those roads are called the metal roads. And if we tell about unmetal roads, then those roads which consist of mud and dirt roads, like in the village ways, they are unmetal roads. In the monsoon season, it gets unusable. So we move to the next slide. What is coal gas? So this is the kinds of gas which is being released after the coal usage, and it is also used. It is also being prepared while we burn coke as well. As let's read the definition. This is also obtained as a byproduct while producing coke, and again, just like tar. Tar here means coal tar. Its smell is not very pleasant. It's a highly flammable gas, as a main component of it is methane. Thus, if not regulated carefully, it can form mixture with air resulting in explosions. So, from this definition, we can see that coal gas is being formed from coke while we burn coal, while we burn tar, all kinds of burning of coal, we can find coal gas. It is simply an unpleasant smell. Its smell is not a good smell. It is simply an unpleasant. Then it is also highly inflammable. It can catch fire at any moment, and it's the main component of this gas is methane, which is simply a toxic. Thus, if it is not regulated carefully, it can form mixture with air resulting in explosions. So we need to take care of this coal gas. If we do not take care of this coal gas, it can cause explosions. So let's move to the next slide. I think you are able to understand. So we have moved to petroleum. So what is petroleum? Nowadays petroleum is also known as a black gold. So it is the most important substance in today's world. Every country are in need of petroleum. So let's read about the definition. It is a dark brownish to green colored viscous liquid fossil fuel. It is also a fossil fuel like coal. It has a strong foul smell due to the presence of sulfur compounds in it. The smell of petroleum is simply unpleasant. Is simply a foul smell, and the presence of because of the presence of sulfur in this petroleum, it is commonly called as crude oil. We call it as petroleum as well as we can call it as crude oil. The economy of a nation depends on the great extent on petroleum wealth. I have said before itself, today every country in the world are in need of petroleum. So the amount of petroleum in one country's hand can make a country the most powerful in this world today. So we can measure the country's a factor of measuring of a country's wealth can also be a petroleum wealth of its means petroleum content of a particular country. That's why petroleum is called the black gold. So I think you are able to understand what is petroleum and its types of famous, because petroleum is a very famous, even it has become more famous than coal, because petroleum, the usage of petroleum and then the products which are being obtained from petroleum is really very much high. So petroleum is deliberately needed by each and every country, and so they are in found in petroleum, and most of the countries are investing a lot of money in their foreign exchange for buying petroleum from the whole world. So petroleum is a good trade material for today's world. So let's move to the next slide. Refining of petroleum. Sorry. Yeah. Refining of petroleum. So petroleum is obtained from under the soil. So while it's coming from under the soil, we have to make it refined before usage. Or as it contains different kinds of toxic materials, it contains some impurities which we cannot use while we use it as a fuel, while we use it as a making of something. So it is needed to be refined while before its usage. So let's read what it says. Petroleum is a dark oily liquid. It is an unpleasant odor. It is a mixture of various constituents such as petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax. The process of separating the various constituents or fractions of petroleum is known as refining. It is carried out in a petroleum refinery. At the refinery, the crude oil mixture is fractionated into different components by fractional distillation. So I've said before itself that different kinds of constituents and different kinds of fractions are present in this petroleum. So we need to refine it before its usage. This process means the process of refining is being carried out by a petroleum refinery. We have seen, for example, refineries like Bombay High, and then we have Upper Assam refineries. There were many kinds of refineries in Assam as well. So these are the refineries. At the refinery, these petroleum is being fractionated into different components, and this process is called as fractional distillation. So this is simply a mind map. You can take a screenshot of it. So this is the simplest drawing, shows how a refinery's most important processes. What a refinery does with the petroleum? Does it takes the petroleum, or it does something with which will help us itself by its usage? So this is, you can take the screenshot of it. So let's move to the next slide. What is natural gas? Natural gas is mainly extracted from the petroleum deposits deep beneath the earth. So natural gas is present where the petroleum is also present. Means natural gas is also being present deep beneath the earth. So we can also say that natural gas is also a kind of fossil fuel as well. It is also a non-renewable resources, and we need to take care while its usage. In fact, it occurs just above the layer of crude oil. So natural gas is being found in those places where petroleum is found, but the natural gas is just placed above the petroleum. But it's not necessary that the places where petroleum is found, in that places as well natural gases are found. It is not at all necessary. It may happen that 60 places are being content of petroleum, but among that 45 to 50 places will have natural gases. The next 10 places will not have the natural gases. So that's an other issue. So in fact, it occurs above the crude oil, and then it is formed through the same process through which petroleum is obtained. Means the process, the formation of the natural gas is just the same the process how petroleum is formed under the earth. High temperature and pressure leads to the conversion of the remains of plants and animals buried under the earth into naturally occurring gas along with petroleum and coal. So the process of these fossil fuels are simply the same. Like we have seen in the coal, dead remains of plants and animals are being buried in deep earth, in deep earth surfaces, and then the conversion of this dead remains helps, means the process has been made, and then it is obtaining the coal as well as petroleum, and then as well as natural gases. So we cannot find any kind of differences while its production. So let's move to the next slide. So What are the uses of the coal today? It is used in the electricity generation, it is used in metal production, it is used in cement production, it is also used in gasification and liquefaction, and then chemical production. All these uses are very much important, and this is very much important as well from the exam point of view. So you may note of it. All these questions on all these topics we have discussed till now are very much important. So I think you are making a note of it. So next. So this is a pie chart we can see, and totally usage in the whole world, how the human beings use the coal is being mentioned in this pie chart. You can take a note of it or you can take a screenshot of it. So let's move to the next slide. So uses of the petroleum around us. At first we can see agriculture, like petroleum is used in while we run tractors and threshers, harvesters. These are very much important in today's agriculture. After Green Revolution, these machineries are being used in agriculture for the making the work easier than earlier. So next is detergents, dyes and others. We see while we wash clothes, we use detergents. We use while in the cotton cloths, means in while cotton cloths are being used in dyes to make it more better. Next is plastics, paints and more. Plastics, the regular plastics we use. So plastics, petroleum is also used in plastics, paints, and then we can also see that pharmaceuticals and cosmetics, petroleum are also used in pharmaceuticals and cosmetics as well. And next we can see petroleum is used in rubber. And then let's know about what are the conservation of natural exhaustible resources. Let's take conservation measures, or else the whole natural exhaustible resources will be getting destroyed in the coming future. So at first we need to know about it. Usage of renewable sources should be increased. Renewable resources, like we need to increase the usage of solar system, solar uh, sun's energy. So solar panels, we need to use the wind energy for generating electricity. We can use the hydroelectricity, which is being obtained from dams. So various kinds of things can be formed from this usage of the renewable resources. So next we have turn off the engine at traffic lights or wherever you have to wait for a while. So while we are in a vehicle or in a public vehicle, when a particular vehicle is waiting or under in a traffic, in a big traffic, we just need to take care of the petroleum usage, because this petroleum will not last for a long time. This natural exhaustible resources will not last for a long time. So if we take the better care, the more time it will lead in this path. So we need to do this, like turn off the engine while we are at the traffic lights. Regularly check tire pressure. If we do not check the tire pressure, the consumption of the petroleum increases. So in each and every vehicle from today itself, we should take regular check that whether any kind of small tiny leak is there, because a small tiny leak can also cause a lot of consumption in petroleum, in the fuel we use in our vehicle. It may be petroleum, it may be natural gases. So at last we have regularly maintain the vehicle. So maintenance of a vehicle is also a big factor while it's conservation of natural exhaustible resources. If we do not maintain a vehicle, then If we do not use a vehicle for a period of time, then after that, the vehicle may not run as it was in its previous time. So, for which the vehicle would consume more energy, more exhaustible resources. It may be natural exhaustible resources, it may be petroleum, for which you take care of the maintenance of a vehicle as well. So, this video ends like here. So, thank you. And this video, I think, has made the chapter coal and petroleum clear. Concepts are clear. And so, until then, stay tuned and practice and the next video and wait for the next video while it arrives. Thank you.